All right, so here we have the chart here from Darren at San Jose Ram Products here in San Jose, California. I'm still sick, guys. So these are the numbers we pulled on the 475 with El Diablo Cobra pipe. On the Lowrider S, we have 114 horsepower, and we have 128 foot-pounds of torque. That is with the 475. No manifold, no anything. It's just the exhaust, Trask, and the 475. So I think that's pretty solid numbers overall. I'm not sure what it was before. I'm not entirely sure. I'm guessing it was way under 100 horsepower. Normally the torque on a stage 1 is, I believe it's at it's 100 and what is it, 100 and I think it's 110 torque with the stage 1. I'm not entirely sure. I have it somewhere in a video. I'll have to look into it, but yeah, I mean the stage 2 really opens up your M8. So you can see that he just, it's just penciled in a mark right here. We were talking about this dip. I mentioned to him, like I mentioned in the moto vlog, that this is normal for the short pipe. So I do have a El Diablo. It's a short pipe. He was saying that the short pipe has this issue with most of them. I thought it was a 475 problem because the power doesn't really kick in until 3,500 RPM. You can see how it starts to kind of build, and around, yeah, I'd say around 3,000 RPM, and then you really start feeling it at 3,500. So it starts to build power around the 3,000 mark, and then of course you see that dip from 2,000 to 3,000. More notably in the 2.5 to 3,000 RPM, it dips a little bit. So he was just saying that if I had a longer 2-in-1, maybe a Red Thunder or Thunder Max, or maybe a HPI or something a little bit longer, that would benefit this little range. But Darren was just saying that for the Softails, they're light bikes, they're under 700 pounds, unlike the Toy models. He was just saying that we're not really going to notice this, and he said that the only time you might notice this is if in your highway speeds at a low RPM where you shouldn't be. But he was saying somewhere around maybe in the 4th gear at 2,000 to 3,000 RPM, when, I mean, you shouldn't be there at all anyways. But he was saying that's probably the only time you might feel the bike bogged down. But overall, for the weight of the bike, the Softails and the 475, there isn't much issue. So the 475 seems to be a pretty good overall, well-rounded cam for Softail models. So yeah, there's the numbers you guys were wondering. And I have, of course, 2,800 installed and tuned. I was just asking them questions overall, the install and the price difference. I'm not too sure if this includes the pump and the plate. Not entirely sure. I believe this might include the full kit, I believe. Not entirely sure, but I think 2,800 installed and tuned, you know what, that's actually a pretty good deal. He was telling me that normally for a stage 2, labor wise, it's about 900 bucks plus, of course, the tune. So I mean, it's not that off, considering how much I spent on the tools and of course my time. I think I mean, of course I bought the eBay tools. So that saved me quite a bit of money. But the Jim's tools alone, you're looking at what, 350 bucks plus the $120 for the run out tool. So overall, I mean, just on those two specialty tools, if you were to buy them from Fueling and Jim's, I really don't think it's worth doing it yourself, considering that. So the kit from SNS, of course, if you bought it now, the price has increased by $200. So you're looking at $1,500 plus the tune. It's another, that's another $600. So you know what, $2,800 is not bad. So if you're in San Jose and you're considering going to stage 2 Ram products here in San Jose, I mean, for $2,800, that's a, you know, that's a pretty solid deal, considering that it's already tuned, and you don't have to purchase a dyno, a PowerVision, a DynoJet PowerVision with this. So, you know, once you factor in my own PowerVision, I think I ended up probably about the same. So, because the PowerVision now, that goes for $600 to $700. This option here, you have it installed and tuned. You don't need the PowerVision because they tune it and they map it themselves. And of course, they have a licensed tuning key that's about $200. So you know what? Quite honestly, I mean, $2,800. That's a pretty solid deal considering what I've seen with some other folks. We're talking about $3,400, $3,300. Some of them are $3,500, but you know, they also put in different things in there too. So it's you know, it's a number that you could probably work with, and considering what you want to do with the bike, maybe you want springs, maybe you want you know, improved heads, maybe you want you know, just other things. Like I said, Daniel here in San Jose also worked with them. He had his heads ported with Ram, and he had a 128 installed and tuned and everything. And I believe he told me he paid what was it, $2,800. I think it was the same amount. I believe that was just the labor though. I'm not entirely sure. So if you have questions about the 128, call Ram, call Darren, call them at Ram, follow them on Instagram, call them and ask them about a 128 or stage 3, stage 4. So I'm not gonna go, you know, and discuss you know, big board kits or anything like that, because I didn't ask them any of that. I just asked them for the stage 2, and that's the number right there, $2,800. That's a pretty solid deal. So tuned, so you know, that's solid. So you guys stay out there, stay safe. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching yet another video, Life Service. Get out there and ride later.